Hello everybody, my name is CulBlu, and I'm bringing you guys this game. This is going to be the second game in TongFu.NA versus Dagons from the JDL number 9. My computer crashed, so don't worry about that. It's just if you're watching this live, you may not be watching this live anymore. Anyway, all that's said and done, let's go ahead and jump into the game because we see people getting picked up. We are well into the draft. I'm going to go ahead and switch over streams in a second, but we are well into the draft right now. You guys might have heard, if you guys are watching the live stream, thank you guys for watching, first of all. Thank you guys for sticking around. If you guys are watching that, you might have heard JoinDota talk about a few things. But for right now, we see the bans going through. I'm just going to be redundant. We see the Oracle, OD, Earth Spirit, and Gyrocops being banned out by TongFu.NA, which actually makes a lot of sense. Dagon do ban out the Faces Void, the Lone Druid, the Night Stalker, and also the Nature's Prophet. So those are some really straightforward target type bans. The Faces Void and Night Stalker being two target bans that Dagons are actually throwing on top of TongFu.NA, which makes a lot of sense because they did cause a lot of trouble for them. Like, they couldn't deal with it. Well, they could, but they didn't deal with it well enough. I don't think. And the Faces Void Chronospheres were pretty much on point, so shout out to you, person who played Faces Void, because you did a good job. So TongFu.NA will not be having the easiness of that. I think that was Russ West 44. I think he was the one who did that. Moving on to everything else though, we also have ourselves the Nature's Prophet ban out, Lone Druid ban out, two bans that we saw last time around from Dagons, I think, and we got the Oracle and Gyrocopter being banned out this time around. So TongFu.NA decided not to play the Gyrocopter. They're going to go ahead and ban it out, and Oracle going to get banned out as well. Oracle very strong support. I don't think people understand truly how strong Oracle is for support. But he's a pretty massive support. And by massive, I'm not talking about fat. That's offensive. You shouldn't say that. That's mean. Why'd you do that? But I mean massive in the sense that he does a lot of damage. He gives a lot of utility to his team. And being able to purge off a lot of things is very useful. Like, surprisingly useful. So, let's go and switch this over. Alright, so we are smoothly there. I hope that was a smooth transition for anybody watching the live stream. Like I said, thank you guys for staying in. I just switched it back over manually because I got skills like that. Hashtag production value, yo. But moving over to the picks, we see the Bane, Temple Assassin, Slaughter on the side of TongFu.NA, so they're going for some negative armor type strat shenanigans. And Dagons are actually going for the Invoker, Vengeful Spirit, Bat Rider, which actually surprises me a little bit. And if you guys are hearing Echo, my bad with all that. But this is actually surprising me a little bit that we see TongFu going for, I guess, the traditional type of negative strat, where you have Temporal Assassin, she has a negative armor, Slaughter, he has a negative armor he can throw on top of people, and Bane just fits into almost any lineup nowadays. He's just like a vanilla support that fits everywhere. Kind of like an old school Dazzle. Or actually, no, not old school Dazzle. That's still current school. No, old school now. Because Dazzle kind of has fallen out of the meta. Kind of like an old school Dazzle. Kind of like an old school Skywrath Mage. Now, there's a callback to the past. If you guys don't remember those days, and you were not in the good days. Because those were horrible days. Invoker gets picked up by Dagons. I'm not sure how I feel about the Invoker pickup. Invoker has been seeing a nice peak in power. He's been doing really well in a lot of his games, but I'm not sure in the sense that I don't know how well it's going to do versus Temple Assassin, assuming he's going to be playing mid. Now, if TongFu.NA end up with the Temple Assassin versus a Lina, I think Lina's going to end up eaten alive, so I do think that's a bad idea. I don't think Dagons should rely on that. But they technically don't have a follow-up support. I think Bat Rider is definitely going to be playing off lane, so Lina is definitely a support. The last pick coming up from TongFu.NA will be the Abaddon, which is somebody we saw banned out last time. I wasn't 100% sure why. I thought it might have been a target ban. It looks like it probably was a target ban. Abaddon being a very strong hero, somebody who can just get in there, just take the damage, and then just get out. Kind of like a Faceless Void, except for he doesn't have to use an ability to get his HP back. He just kind of sits, well, he has to use an ability, but he doesn't have to do anything. It just kind of automatically happens. And Dagons pick up a Slark too. So I'm expecting a very scrappy lineup. I'm hoping we see a Quad Swax Invoker with a roaming Vengeful Spirit Lina, and we're going to see a lot of roaming ganks from Dagons. Whereas TongFu.NA, they're going to focus on more of the negative armor type strats. Maybe Bane can get a pick off or two. And maybe even Juggernaut can get more space to farm. I don't think Juggernaut's going to have as much space to farm as he would need, and I also don't. Yeah, they kind of have it there. They kind of Juggernaut and Temple Assassin, the two carries, so to speak, going in. So I think it'll work out overall for TongFu. I think I like the mid game a lot better for Dagons because Slark, he does carry well into the mid game. Just once you get to the late game, it just gets kind of questionable. Really depends on what items you got. Really depends on what items you got. Like, do you have your Scotty Shadow Blade or Scotty Silver Edge yet? It's assuming you're going for that. Do you have your Scotty Basher A Blade, whatever yet? So Slark is extremely item dependent in the later parts of the game, and he doesn't carry as hard if he doesn't have the right tools for the job, of course. Now, that can be said about any hero, I know, but my main point is Slark or not Slark, Slaughter, it really matters. Like, it really matters. So anyway, moving on to the talks of the town, which would be the players. Let's go ahead and introduce them. Starting off with the Bat Rider. On this Bat Rider, we have Hoff playing him. Moving on to the Invoker, we have the one and only Sophia Bush, who actually we saw play. I forgot who he played. Man, short-term memory short. I forgot who he played last time around, but I think he played an impressive whatever it was that he played. Moving on to the Vincel Spirit, we see Spectre playing that Vincel Spirit. And on this Lena, we see the one and only Foodie playing that Lena. And on Slark, last but not least, we see Moi playing, or Manawa. Okay, fine, Manawa, not Moi. Moi sounds cooler though, but Manawa, or Mehwa, Mahwa, Mahwa, Moi. We see Moi playing that Slark. Moving on to the side of TongFu, son of on this Slaughter, a very pretty Slaughter at least. Look at that. Once again, just a face. Well, okay. I was just about to compliment how pretty he is, but Slaughter, bro, you okay? You need something? Do you need water? You need help? Slaughter, you okay? Slaughter, you sure, buddy? Okay, so Slaughter is just having a bad day. Well, this makes it awkward because I can't see his player name. Oh, there we are. We see Russ. Wait, what the? What is this? This is a Dota? What the heck? Alright, I'm sorry, I'm way too entertained by this. But we see Russ West 44 playing Slaughter. Moving on to the Abaddon. We see ourselves Million Gaga playing that Abaddon. On this Bane, we see just you know, normal face, just straight face playing Bane. Templar Assassin being handled by #sleep at 4. And on this Juggernaut, we see the one and only Dunn playing him with a nice little armadillo. I like to call them armadillos because it makes people mad when you call them armadillos. They're actually armadillos, but armadillo sounds cooler. Is he even armadillo? Or armadillo? It's a pet. No, it's not even armadillo. It's an almond. The fornadillo. That actually sounds like an adult toy. Don't ask how I know that. Anyway, moving on to the game. Things that you guys don't need to know about me personally in my personal life. JK, guys, I made that up, I think. I hope it might exist because it's the internet. Sorry, going back to some more serious things like the game. Moving over to what we see rotating around. Lena looks like she will be playing support. She does have a few too many items to be playing mid. I think Invoker, yeah, Dirty Invoker Picker is going to be playing mid. He's going to be trying to get himself a nice rune. And he will be getting that nice rune to help him out in the early stages of the game. Templar Assassin gets her respective runes, so both sides just kind of nullify each other a little bit. And Abaddon already picked up an early point inside of Photic Shield, but he will be hanging out in the suicide lane with Slaughter, which is actually very interesting because Slaughter, as I understand it, ever since his sprint got changed, because you know he went from Verizon to Sprint, because you know Nextel wasn't doing it and Verizon wasn't giving him a good service, so he said, you know, Sprint's better. JK. I've been wanting to make that joke for a long time, by the way. If you can't tell, I mean it's kind of old. Anywho, like I was saying, because of his sprints, because he can phase over units, he can actually get it really evasive very fast. Speaking of very evasive very fast, we got a lot of harassment damage coming out from Foodie on this Templar Assassin, forcing her all the way back. It's definitely hashtag waste her time. That's like what she's doing right now. That's not even right. Like Twitter tags need to die. I keep quoting them. Sorry, I'm just reestablishing dominance. But we see ourselves Lena trying to help her mid get a nice time hanging out there. I think this is the point where you need to go ahead and rotate your own mid to make sure that your mid doesn't die, or sorry, rotate one of the supports to make sure that Lena doesn't get as much harassment damage here. I don't know if Bane's gonna rotate in. I don't know if we're gonna see a rotation coming from Abaddon, but for the most part, they need to be very careful because Templar Assassin is very susceptible to dying, especially considering the fact that Lena can drop her stun and it can be a follow-up cold snap sunstrike, and it'll be a very sad day for Templar Assassin. Moving up top, we see the Bat Rider hanging out all by his lonesome versus a very mean Bane plus Juggernaut. And this actually might be a kill lane. I mean, one nightmare into spin just might be the life of your Juggernaut. Oh, sorry, just might be the life of your Bat Rider. Speaking of lives, we got Slark taking a crap ton of damage. Looks like he was hit with a few pieces of damage. I don't know if it was a stun or if it has that short of a cooldown. Might have been a stun once some mana was used. So Slark not feeling the best about that. He will be healthy though. He will be okay. And Bat Rider going for some stacks. Gonna go ahead and stack himself up to small camp over here, or medium camp. And all the lanes are just kind of panning out to be where you will normally expect them to be. I do think Templar Assassin has the advantage mid lane because of her freaking side blades. Like, it's probably one of the most obnoxious abilities in a game, like, ever. Meanwhile, Batrider picks up a GG rune, and that's called a sorry, not GG rune. My bad. I pronounced haste wrong. I meant to say haste rune, not GG. But he picks up a GG rune. Oh, sorry, I did it again. I meant to say he picked up a haste rune. I picked up a GG. Damn it! It just keeps sticking there. Anyway, I think you guys get my point. A 2-minute haste rune. I heard, was it Gods? Gods was talking about this on BTS, where basically supports get a 2-minute haste rune and they can just easily get a kill because you can just follow somebody to the gates of hell and get a kill. Speaking of to the gates of hell, Bane might be able to get a brain tap. Looks like no. Batrider decides against it. He's going to back away. And now Lina shows up. She might be able to get a stun off. Oh, no. Gets nothing off. Instead, just throws a few right clicks, just try to be as annoying as possible. Has established the fact that she's no longer going to be of use to Invoker because she's not going to be able to harass Invoker as much because Invoker has harass Templar Assassin as much because she does have that freaking refraction. So the right clicks are going to be well wasted. But at the very least, she'll be hanging out down bottom. Just make sure she can get her, what's it, 670 range now? 670 range right clicks off of whoever the heck she wants because she's freaking Lina. Guys, have you seen her hair? Just look at it. Look at it. Alright, more serious things in the game though. Juggernaut's sitting pretty nice on the last hit. Slark getting harassed quite a bit. This is actually very interesting considering that you have an Abaddon and you also have a Slaughter, who are two heroes who can actually run the suicide lane by themselves. But given the fact that they're paired up together, it makes it very tough for anybody to deal with because they're both relatively hard to kill. They have Photic Shield making Abaddon hard to catch, and Slaughter Sprint making it really hard to body block. And as a result of that, they can actually go in on top of people like Slark who need to get very close. And VS, unfortunately, she hits like a wet kitten. Actually, a wet kitten with nails. Because, you know, she's designed those designer nails, that is, designer nails. Specifically the Jamberry nails, specifically those. Only reason why I say is because her right click damage is not going to be enough to harass these guys out, especially considering that Slaughter has a stealth shield and a Photic shield is up before Abaddon, so he's fine. Moving on to mid lane though, Invoker needs to be very careful. One support rotation will do it. Unfortunately, Bane's a little bit too involved in the top lane. He has nothing to do but these creeps. In a very, very platonic manner, because we're not about that other life. And Juggernaut going to be able to get himself a last hit, so nice deny. And they're going to go on top of Batrider. Will he be going down? Brainsap is... Oh, no, sorry. There goes the Nightmare. Juggernaut with the spin. It's going to be here in a second. Brainsap to follow up. And here's Batrider running around the high ground as fast as he possibly can. Juggernaut, unfortunately, a little bit too slow. No boots available. But First Blood does go down bottom because CulBlu wasn't looking. That's why. And now we got Slaughter. He does die. Abaddon going to be next. Taking a ton of damage coming off from this. And there's the kill going the way of Lina. The damage is necessary. The damage is absolutely necessary. All that damage. And both of those people who are just saying, wow, look how tanky they are, just get smacked into the ground pretty hard. The nuke damage coming from Slark. Oh, sorry, Slaughter. Oh, no, Slark. This is going to kill me. The nuke damage coming from Slark is pretty strong, pretty massive. It does become irrelevant at a certain stage in the game, like roughly like, what, the 25-30 minute mark? And that's irrelevant on like your cores, but your supports still do get killed by it pretty hard. But basically 300 magic damage for free, essentially, for Slark, because he will have his ult at that point. So he can just run in, drop his Dark Pact, and he will be able to not only purge off abilities, but also do a giant chunk of damage to everybody in the AoE. So it's going to be really nice for him getting ganks off on the support. Speaking of getting ganks, we got Invoker in a little bit of trouble. Turns around, gets a cold snap on top of Templar Assassin. She's going to be a little bit of trouble. Batrider, unfortunately, has no vision, but doesn't really matter. The Sunstrike's going to come through. Invoker, it will hit. No, it does miss. Unfortunately, it misses. If that would have hit, it might have been enough, and Templar Assassin's trap is going to be more than enough to stop the Batrider from chasing. He will no longer be able to touch that girl. So you can back away with your cat calling, or your bat calling, whatever you want to call it. I wonder, do they call it cat call because you're always... Never mind, let's not go there. Alright, moving back into the game. We see Juggernaut hanging out on top, having a good time. 45 last hits going his way. Slark does have 2 kills, or he has been involved in 2 kills, so 1 kill going his way and 1 assist. So he's probably sitting pretty even when it comes to the gold, or when it comes to the net worth. And we can see that is in fact true. Roughly about 500 gold, 400 gold difference. It's probably about maybe like what, one kill more than Slark. Will be right on track with the Juggernaut. But for the most part, that means that Juggernaut is doing really well with his last hits. Hasn't been able to get that many kills. Unfortunately, Batrider a little bit too evasive, and Slark has been keeping up with the kills. So they're just trying to make sure they stay back and forth. Like if they can stay even, then Slark will be okay because Juggernaut has a very strange timing on becoming relevant. I've seen it many times where if Juggernaut's the primary carry, then he's not going to do well versus somebody who can carry harder, such as a well, okay, not a Slark, but such as an anti-mage, such as a Faceless Void, because he just needs so many things at the same exact time before he's effective. Slark kind of fits into that same bubble as well. Slark's really effective in the sense that he can start snowballing out of control, and usually he starts snowballing because he gets things like a Silver Edge, or he gets a Silver Edge Scotty and just starts killing all your supports a lot, and then he gets, next thing you know, he has an A-Blade and then a BKB, and he's wrecking stuff. So that's what Slark is going to get his bread and butter from. So we really got to watch Slark to see how his mid-game goes and see how he's able to get those ganks, or if he's able to get those ganks, and if he does, will the rotations be there or not? Because it's really going to be or give or take coming out from TongFu if they can get those supports rotated in there. Which is kind of cool, the fact that they have an Abaddon on their side, because they could technically save a few lives. Maybe a few more lives than you normally would, because Slark's going to be forced to back away because either he, one, can't chew through your Photic Shield without dying himself, or two, just can't chew through your Photic Shield without dying himself. I guess that's the only thing to go for. So yeah, I had 2 points there, but I kind of summarized them both in the same point. Have you guys ever done that? Like, you know, oh, there's one of two things can happen. Either A, you can do this and this, or CA. CA. Yeah. Right, quality conversation is what we're here for, but moving on to the rest of the things, last hits are showing us that Juggernaut's still at the very top of that. Templar Assassin, how's she doing versus the Invoker? Because they've really been back and forth. I don't think either one have died so far. But unfortunately, it looks like Invoker's going to be losing on that fight, and Templar Assassin getting all the last hits that she wants. Speaking of getting last hits she wants, we got Pinks coming on the backside. They do see it. The Observer Ward coming out for the Radiant is nowhere. I think I might see it because of the creeps. The Giant are going to go and steal this entire stack. If Bat Rider can get in here fast enough, he might be able to help him get the kill on top of Jug. But it looks like no, they're going to go for something on top of the Bat, and Bat's going to walk in, and he's going to eat a nice little chunk of damage. It's going to be fine though, but his whole entire stack gets stolen by the Juggernaut and crew. Just being some very big meanies. Meanwhile, Dire's bottom tower is on its way further down, according to the old man you just heard, and depending on which UI you have. But I think it's okay for this bottom tower to go down. That means Slark on the side of Dagon can start roaming around, which is going to be a problem for TongFu. But at the very least, Slaughter can start getting some farm and maybe even get a Blink Dagger. I mean, if he can get a Blink Dagger, that would be pretty amazing. Just being able to blink in, get that nice little stun on top of everybody, and helping the fights all over. Meanwhile, Radiant's middle tower needs a hand, according to the old guy as well. Looks like they might be able to get himself a kill on top of something. I don't really know. Invoker needs to be very careful though. He doesn't have enough mana for his for Tornado EMP or anything like that. He's actually going Quas Exort anyway, so he wouldn't have enough mana for that to begin with. And now we got Barrett in a little bit of trouble. Oh, he gets a Juggernaut stun. Juggernaut has not enough mana for his ult, but as he does, yes, he will be able to drop it just in time. But it looks like he doesn't get the bounce. His RNGesus is not with him, and he will lose his life as well. Now RNGesus is with him. Now he's dead. Too soon? Too soon? Too soon? I think it's too soon. Anyway, Slark is down bottom. He's going to eat a nice little chunk of damage. Forced to pop the ulti. He will be able to back away. Abaddon ult is online, so he could actually go for the dive, but looks like they're going to decide against it. Slark a little bit too slippery for that. Eats the mango. Speaking of slippery things, mangoes are slippery. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever tried to peel a mango. I never have. But I read, allegedly on the internet, that mangoes are very slippery when you try to cut them. Which is why people cut their fingers all the time by trying to cut a mango. So it's very thematic that Slark, who has a shiv, which is a very sharp item, and is very slippery because he's a salamander thing, a merman salamander thing, but he's very slippery. He's eating slippery food. See, get it? He's a slippery mango, slippery as a mango. I don't know, I thought it was cool. I don't know about y'all, but yeah, whatever. So, moving on from the awkward moments, we see the net worth is showing us that Juggernaut is at the top of that graph, right as well as TM. But looks like, oh, Slark's going to be a little bit of trouble. Needs 5 more seconds. If he can leap away and drop his ult, he might be able to turn around and do something. Abaddon ulti, not going to get used. Yes, it will get used now. It will get triggered, and these guys can actually go all in on top of this kill. They're going to go for the Abaddon. Here comes Slark dropping his Dark Pact. It will be doing a ton of damage, but he gets follow-up stun. The damage coming out from Lane is going to be massive, though. It will be enough to help him get the kill on top of the Abaddon. Now Slark is going to be all by himself, getting caught with the stun. Actually, juking left and juking right. He will be able to get himself a kill on this. No, he won't. Gets denied. The magic missile doing a little bit too much. Invincible Spirit picking up a kill of her own. Meanwhile, Juggernaut still farming, and his armadillo is I think his armadillo is drunk. It's on the low ground when he's on the high ground, but okay. And yeah, so nice rotations coming out from Dagon. So despite the fact that TongFu are going to be the ones who need to rotate a lot more, they were trying to go for a dive on top of the Slark. It did pan out to smack them in the face pretty hard. They did lose both the Slaughter and the Abaddon, something that you don't want to have happen, especially considering that you want Slaughter to have his ult here very soon. Speaking of having his ult here very soon, oh, Slark, oh no, Slark, will he catch up? He's getting there. I think Slark, yeah, Slark's gonna kill himself? No, he can't kill himself, right? See, I would have died in that. I would have died in that engagement. Speaking of dying in that engagement, Slaughter, he might die in this engagement. Invincible Spear's gonna come around the backside. Wait for Terror's available. Oh, the Sunstrike! Oh no, the Sunstrike! Oh, splat! This is that, and we'll just say SPLAT. Splat. That was a beautifully well placed, awesome, amazing balls, or maze balls, Sunstrike. A well timed Sunstrike as well, so shows you that this Invoker knows what he's doing, able to get those Sunstrike assists, and yeah, picking up some XP, why not? XP and gold, that's all you need. And this Invoker did decide to go for the Hand of Midas, so Tornado Stick will likely be his next item, and I think he's going to move into, what was it? Hand of Midas, Tornado Stick. I don't know if these Invokers these days get Etherlens. I don't think it's that valuable for him. And oh no, he actually goes for Earn the Shadows instead. Oh, wrecked. CulBlu can't call things because he doesn't know what he's talking about, obviously. But the Earn the Shadows coming out from the Invoker. I think he's going to be involved in fights. I'm a little bit surprised on that. I didn't expect him to be as involved in fights, or involved in fights enough to be getting himself for Earn the Shadows. But I guess if I don't know if getting Sunstrike kills gives you earn charges. But yeah, he's definitely nowhere near Quas Wex, so he's definitely going Quas Exort. So yeah, that's very interesting. I guess he's assuming that he's going to be involved in a lot of the pushes with his team, so he'll be there. So fine, yeah, sure, fine. We'll just go with it. Let's go with it. Batrider Blink Dagger is available. I think they can actually go for a kill if he waits, or if they wait. Batrider can actually TP down bottom and blink in. That'll be a very nice fight. Lena has ulti available too, just trying to feed Slark a little bit more mana. Meanwhile, Templar Assassin is going to go and farm himself a few items, and the pings do come around the backside. I don't know what that was for. Smoke gank? Okay, cool. So they can go for a smoke gank if they want. And look at these wards though. Jeez. Just like, ward. I mean, just, how'd you not see that? There you go. There you go. Good job. Try to make sure nobody's doing Roche. Are these traps special? Those look different. So taking a look at the, wow, really, the gold graph was heavily in favor of TongFu for a while. We did, actually, wow, really? Huh. So Dagon have had the better kills, but TongFu have held on to the gold graph for quite a while. The gold graph did go in favor of them for about, what, 1,000? And they do have one tower in their favor. So I guess it makes sense that they had the advantage. They have been losing out on the kills, but as far as the towers go, they did already claim that gold, and that gold has already been fighting back and forth. So it looks like Dagon have been doing a relatively good job as far as staying even with these guys. TongFu do still have the advantage by less than 1,000, which means that the tower kill is not relevant. Speaking of not being relevant, we got Barra dropping the ulti, making Juggernaut spin not relevant. The right click damage, unfortunately, is not relevant on these supports, but looks like the follow-ups will be there. Juggernaut taking so much damage, he officially dies. A lot of damage going to his face. Not gonna feel very happy about that, but hey, a kill's a kill's a kill. And with TongFu having a game such as this, but they're able to still hold on to the lead, it's actually quite impressive. I gotta be completely honest with you. We'll see the gold graph swing back up towards Dagon, but it looks like, I mean, I'm just trying to puzzle this together. Does this mean that Juggernaut is just that farmed? Because they have one tower, which means that they'll have 1,000 gold advantage. If you zero that out, that means that they're losing by about 500 gold. So it's still really, really, really close, considering the fact that they've died 7 times. I don't know. I'm just like a little bit impressed on how well they're farming. Let's go and see if their let's go and see if their levels reflect that. Nope, the levels don't reflect that at all. I guess Juggernaut and Juggernaut and Templar Assassin are sitting pretty well on the levels. They have not really died. Well, Templar Assassin has really died. Juggernaut just lost his life here. It's gonna be a second death for his whole entire game. There's also a Hand of Midas on the side of Dagon too. I'm just trying to puzzle this together. I can't really find any logical reason to say outside of TongFu had just been farming better. That's the only logical explanation I have for this. I don't know where they're getting the farm from, but it's coming from somewhere. And there's a gold graph jumping in favor of Dagon. Now the tower has gone down. They officially have the advantage. And this will be the second tower going down. Looks like they're going to fight for it. Abaddon ready. Bane showing up, drops the ulti immediately on top of Slark, and Slark gonna be going down. They're trying to go all in. They get the kill. Beautiful kill for them. And Slaughter has a blink dagger available. Yes, yes, yes. No, he does not have the blink dagger available. He will after this fight. Invoker gonna get caught with the silence, or sorry, get caught with the Slaughter vision. And Slaughter dropping the stun. Beautiful damage up Invoker. Invoker officially going down. And now we got Abaddon gonna go heal himself up. Gonna go and heal himself up with the Batrider Fire, and they're actually gonna press the advantage and try to go for Roche. I think it's a relatively good idea. The advantage has been going in favor of. Oh man, it was temporarily going in favor of Dagon, dang. But TongFu just pulling it right back towards him, having the better team fights. And all this without Slaughter having a blink dagger. Impressive. So overall, I'm quite impressed with TongFu's play, I gotta be honest. Like I said, just having the advantage when they're down kills. And they're also down towers now? Are they? No, no, just one tower. One tower on both sides. Yeah, one tower on both sides. They did save the mid tower. So, Gorgraph is once again in favor of TongFu by 500, and now it's going to be in favor by them by another 1,000 because Roshan does give, I think, 200 gold to everybody. Yeah, okay, 200 gold to each hero on the Dire squad. So they do have the advantage even further. Not even objective gaming, just gaming in general. Taking a look at the rest of the items on the map, Dagon, they do have the Blink Dagger up on the Bat Rider. They also have the Boosted Travel up on the Invoker, so you can actually TP in and push everywhere. So that's a really nice item for him to have overall. And I guess this makes, okay, now, see, this is making more sense for me now. This is making a lot more sense to me. So if Invoker himself is getting the Boosted Travel, that means he wants to be involved in the team fights. That also means that he wants to be involved in the pushes. So because of that, he's going to be finding some kills around him, so he might need the extra sustainability, might need the extra HP. So it makes a lot of sense that he's going to go for the Earn the Shadows, because when he's there showing up for the kill, somebody dies, gets 2 Earn charges, heals up, and he continues to do it over and over and over again. I still was a little bit odd, though. It's a little bit odd. Overall, tower trade going to be going through. Invoker gets the top tower. For the Templar Assassin, get the bottom tower. Take a look at the rest of the items. We got Vincent Spirit working on Elixir B, the Medallion of Courage, so they can actually go for Roche themselves next time around. But looks like that's going to take a while at this rate. She only has, what, 200? CulBlu once again getting called out. It's going to take a while for her to build that Medallion of Courage, he says, and then she has it. Okay, it's magic, because Dota. But yes, continuing with the rest of the items, now I have a beautiful pause. Lena is getting a tornado stick, so she will be trying to set up the Invoker's abilities, I'm assuming. Or maybe she's trying to make sure she stays alive, or she can set herself up for her stuns. Kind of like a Jakiro, old school Jakiro tornado stick, where you can just tornado stick, drop your stun, and then drop your abilities, wreck somebody's face. And have a great day about it too. Just you know, have an overall good day. Slark working for that Sanjin Yasha, so that will be his big item to go for, but I don't know how big it will be considering a Templar Assassin already has a Blink Death, so that is a very, very, very scary Templar Assassin. Some say Glass Cannon, I say the proper way to play Templar Assassin, but yeah, who am I to judge? I play support. But Templar Assassin with the Blink Dagger Death means that she can actually wreck people's lives pretty hard. People like Lena, people like Vincent Spirit are going to be very hard pressed to stay alive, and I think if Bat Rider blinks in and does a 4-staff out fast enough, he's going to get blown up immediately. Just to explain damage, now that we have this perfect time pause, the way Templar Assassin's damage count works is, because it's a little bit confusing, the way it works is she actually just flat out gets 200 damage on top of that. It's not really pure damage, it's not really physical damage, it's just like bonus damage, or I guess it's now it's physical and it pierces spell immunity, so sure. But it's just flat out, you know, just 200 damage, it doesn't get reduced by armor, it's really weird. It's like bonus damage, it's something with bonus damage. I haven't really checked on that update since they changed the damage types a long time ago, so I may need to go back and read that one. But for the most part, it's just straight up 200 damage on top of whatever she deals to you. So she deals 200 damage flat, just, you know, doesn't get increased, doesn't get decreased by nothing, just 200 damage plus her right click damage plus the negative armor before the right click damage. So overall, that's what, -8 armor. -8 armor plus -7 armor, so that's -15 armor. So that's 200 damage on top of you getting -15 armor before she right clicks, which she right clicks, let's say, for 150. Let's go ahead and do math. Okay, 160, 170. Is it 70? 170. So she right clicks for 170. Each 1-pointer armor that you have will increase your incoming or increase your outgoing damage by 7% on the target. So 15 times 7. It's math, I can't do that fast, but it's 35 plus 70, I think. 15 times 7, 35 times 70, sorry, 35 plus 70, because 7 times 5 is 35, and then, yeah, 7 times 10, yeah, okay, so that's 105, so 105 damage, sorry, 105 increase in your incoming damage, so you have 105% increase in your outgoing damage, so she does for 160, she has 130 increase, so that's 30% increase in incoming damage, plus her normal, so that's math. Let's just say math. Just math happens. Anyway, that's how the calculation happens. Let's let Dota do it. Long story short, she's going to hit you for a massive amount. Like, probably, what is that, roughly 400 with just one right click? I don't feel like bringing out my calculator. I know it takes 2 clicks, but that takes 2 clicks. CulBlu's too lazy. At least for right now. But that's a ton of damage she's going to be dishing out. And people like Lena, who only have roughly, what, 800 damage, that's like half her HP right there. So, math is how you win this game of Dota. And look at it, just 2 melds is all it took to kill creeps. How much HP does creeps have? This creeps right now have 500 HP. She just 2-shotted him. And does she have more negative damage? Oh, she has more bonus damage, right? I forgot about that. So she has more bonus damage, plus on top of her meld. So if she refractions and then she melds, that's 280 bonus damage. Okay, let me get the calculator. It's gonna bother me until I figure it out now. I didn't math myself into a corner. Jeez, calculator. Alright, so what I say? I said 135? No, 105. 105. Ah, I did that math wrong, because that was 7 times 15. This is why I don't do math on the internet. So yeah, 105. Sorry, I did the math wrong. My apologies. So it's 105 incoming damage, 105% incoming damage, so she basically doubles her damage. So 100% is doubling, because that's how math works as fractions. So that means that Templar Assassin does double of this, roughly. So that's 300, 320, 340. So 340 plus 200, so that's a 540 plus 80, which is 620. I think 620 damage total. So Templar Assassin is going to do 620 damage if she gets all her abilities off, assuming that she has perfect conditions. So that means that people like Lena are actually going to lose 3/4 of their health in one right click, and people like Slark, who doesn't have that much HP to begin with, is going to lose half his HP. It's pretty disgusting, pretty nasty. I like seeing Blink Dagger Deso Templar Assassins because they can just blow up anybody. And a lot of people wonder, how the heck did she hit me so hard? It's because of that bonus damage. It just flat out doesn't get reduced by anything, and then you have negative this much armor. It's just so gross, so disgusting. You're not gonna have a good time. And now, hold on, why she doubled? Oh, I see it. It added the 80 for me. Okay, so it added the 80 to this, and then it did all the other stuff. All right, cool. Shenanigans happening. Shenanigans ensued. Shenanigans ensued is what they said. So now that we're done mathing, because I'm pretty sure you guys enjoyed that math lesson, my apologies, we see Juggernaut has the Battle Fury, so he's going to continue to try to get the farm. Templar Assassin's definitely going to be the Space Creator. I do think this is a good idea overall to get a Battle Fury, because that means that Juggernaut can go into the jungle and just continuously farm. What I do think the proper response from Dagon will be getting Slark to get a Shadow Blade, so you can try to get some pickoffs on maybe a Vengeful Spear who's roaming around placing wards, or maybe even get a pickoff. So he can get a pickoff on Bane, somebody who's running around placing wards, or maybe even a pickoff on top of Juggernaut himself while he's farming. I don't expect Juggernaut to be low in any instance where he's farming, but I do expect Juggernaut to just continuously farm. So that means that Slark might get a few pickoffs, and if he gets something like a Silver Edge, that might help out a lot, as far as his own survivability plus his own utility with going against somebody like Templar Assassin. Actually, oh, that's a good thing to find out. I don't know if Silver Edge breaks refraction, but if it does, that'll be pretty broken. Get it? Because refraction's broken, and it's broken. So it breaks. Come on, guys, this is comedic gold here. Come on, just like a slow clap or something. Okay, fine. Be like that. So Dota 2, Templar Assassin. And yes, shout out to Revo, I love you too, you're awesome. And he says he loves the blue mini map, or sorry, the blue health bars. I did that on purpose. For anybody who doesn't know, if you're watching my live stream or if you're watching the VODs later on, you can turn the colors of your stuff by turning colorblind mode on. And I like colorblind mode better because it helps me determine the colors. I'm not colorblind, but green and red sometimes get mixed up. So I like blue and red. It just makes it look cooler overall. So I too am loving the blue health bars that I'm seeing right now. And moving on to Templar Assassin, because they've already done the math for me. So let's see. We are trying to find out something important. Oh, Silver Edge. Right, now you're looking at Templar Assassin, Silver Edge. So Silver Edge is break. Where's break? Doesn't stack with Shadow Blade. Shares cooldown with Shadow Blade. Break. There we go. Alright, so break. Does it work on Templar Assassin? It's refraction. Because if it does, that'll be a pretty good item to get in this game. Nope. I don't think so. It works on Templar Assassin side blades, really? Huh. That is pretty interesting. So it breaks her side blades, but it doesn't break anything else she has. That is good to know. Alright, so you can disable her side blades. That'll be nice. So she can't just spill pure damage onto everybody. So anyway, all that aside though, yeah, refraction charges do stay when you get a silver edge, so fine. It won't be as cool as I thought it would be, but Slark can still get a silver edge. It'll be nice to see. Bottom tower is going to get pushed. The Deso is available. This tower is going to melt here in a few seconds if the Radiant don't respond, and it looks like they're not in position to respond at all. TP scrolls are available on everybody inside of the Radiant, but looks like they're not going to TP in. I think they need TP in now if they want to save it. Speak now, forever hold your peace. Looks like they're going to just go forever hold their peace. Slark can't nearly push fast enough. The bottom tower already popped. Meanwhile, middle tower died? Did the middle tower die? Hold on. Oh, Lena. Oh, Lena died. That was Lena dying. I thought I heard another tower die. Yeah, Invoker killed a tower. Okay, so Invoker killed mid tower, that's what it was. But Lena lost her life in the whole entire exchange. So overall, TongFu gonna still hold on to that gold graph. To show you guys how impressive they are. Look at that. That gold graph's actually really close. So let's see, what is this? Another tower going the way of the Radiant. So cool. The gold graph's gonna shift this way back up. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. I think Slark's over here. Come on, update faster. It's going. Look at it's going. Look what they're doing it. Oh, they did it. We did it, Reddit. Yeah. Alright, so gold graph's basically at 0. Let's see what the tower count is. The tower count is 1, 2, 3, 4 towers on the side, or sorry, claimed for Dagon, and we have 1, 2, 3 towers claimed for TongFu. And they had the very important tower down here for the Roche pit, which is right on over here. They had that important tower down, so that way nobody can worry about that. But they will be able to get themselves a tier 1 here. This tier 1 is going to be falling very fast. But after tower gold is balanced out, TongFu do have the 1k gold advantage, and they will be claiming that, or they will be showing that here. And second, once they claim this tower in like 2 right clicks, oh, the fortify. Oh, I lied. The fortify. So we got a team fight about to happen. The Invoker has a tornado available. Yes, yes, no, no, no. Looks like they get the steal on top of the Invoker, on top of the. Whoa, what just happened? Sorry, looks like they did not get the pull on top of Timber Assassin. Something happened, but it looks like it broke down. And it looks like the top tower does finally go down. Slark's going to go toe-to-toe with the Bane, and Bane might be losing his life in a few seconds, but they're going to trade on top of Timber Assassin. She actually keeps herself alive for a few more seconds, turns around, they're going for the kill on top of Slaughter. Slark, he officially goes down. And now Slaughter's going to blink in. Beautiful stun. The Aegis does get popped. And Batrider and crew really have nothing to follow up with. Slark is dead. You don't want to fight into this. Timber Assassin's poised and ready to go in for some damage, and she has the deeps available. But they're going to go ahead and just continue to run away. And the Dire are going to disengage here very soon. Juggernaut showing up for the fight. He's ready to party. We got a blink forward, come up with Slaughter. If he got a first hit bash, I hope it's so pissed. Looks like he doesn't get it. Because CulBlu doesn't like good Dota. That's why. RNG just needs to be with us all. It looks like Templar said, yeah, she did die, but she came back because of the Aegis, and the team fight is going to continue. Juggernaut has his ulti available, no blink dagger available this time around, so no strange shenanigans. And Batrider coming forward, he's going to blink and Force Staff out, just trying to bait out a few abilities maybe. But has the lasso available here in 11 seconds. Needs to get some mana here very soon. I don't know if he can actually make it back to the base before his tower goes down, but looks like they're going to lose it. They're going to lose it completely. These guys are still posturing very strongly. Radiant Fortify. And the Dire are going to be forced to back away. Slark is back alive. He's ready to go for the kill. He's going to actually jump into the middle of it. Needs to be very careful. Doesn't want to get caught by Bane's ults. But hey, Bane's ult's on cooldown. So yeah, Slark's going to be as aggressive as he wants to be. Meanwhile, Juggernaut's on the backside. Going to be forced to TP out. But looks like no, a lot of damage going towards Batrider. Batrider has the ulti available, but no mana for it. Beautiful Deafening Blast catching 2 people. And Juggernaut going to be the last one down. Has the ulti available. Going to be forced to drop it. Not going to be able to get any good kills on it. Unfortunately, his damage does get wasted. Hashtag waste his time, because that's how you know how it works. And Abaddon's in the middle of this fight. His ulti did already get used. Batrider so close to dying, but stays alive. The negative damage coming out from this Abaddon is massive. And now Timber Assassin Blink's still in the middle of it. She gets wrecked pretty hard. Bane gonna be the last one TP out, but will he be able to make it is a big question. Nobody has a stun available. Not enough mana, or not enough time. And Bane gonna be the sole survivor. A very costly fight for TongFu, but still they do have the advantage. They do have the no, I lied. Bottom tower died. Sorry, this actually made it kind of worth it for Dagon all completely. Because that bottom tower did go down by the creeps, that means that it's basically equalized the gold. They did lose a lot of people. They lost a lot of experience. They gave up a lot of sprees as well. Well, they didn't give a lot of sprees, but they gave up sprees, they gave up gold, they gave up positions, they gave up time. And I think losing that bottom tower just made it equalize completely for Dagon. They made it completely worth it. Now, of course, they're still on the back foot. No, they're not. Okay, gold graph's in their favor. I was about to say, they're still on the back foot in the gold graph, but that doesn't mean that they don't have the better position advantage, positional advantage. So, what did we learn today? We learned that words are hard. We also learned that math is hard. And we also learned that even though you have the advantage in kills, doesn't mean that you have the advantage in the game. Of course, that's getting wiped away a little bit because Dagon do have a 500 gold advantage, but guys, come on, let's be completely honest with each other. There are 11 kills on Dagon's side, 5 kills on TongFu's side, it's 23 minutes into the game, and there's only a 500 gold surplus in favor of Dagon. That is a relatively close game. So, both sides are doing a fantastic job of staying close together. Speaking of staying close together, we got Slaughter jumping on some abilities on top of his Vigil Spear. She does go down. Bane ulti was used. 8th lens is available for him too. It looks like the Haitian is going to get picked up here. Timboss has him pinging it out. Bane going to be the candidate. And he's going to be derping around the corner. Look at him go. Look at him go. Let's just observe Bane's run. Look at that. Look at that. Somebody look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Hold on. Okay, Bane. There are people who don't do well with motion. Stop that. Alright, look at that. Swag. Swag. Sorry. I shouldn't say that word anymore. Moving back into the game though, item-wise, we see ourselves the items are progressing relatively well. We got the Tornado Stick fully finished up on Invoker. We still don't know what he's going to go for next. I'm assuming he's going for Aghanim Scepter, especially with that much gold saved up. Or even a Sheep Stick. That'll be nice too. But we'll see soon. Ooh, actually, Force Staff. I don't know if a Force Staff is worth it at this point. Maybe Blink Dagger, but I mean he's going Quas Exor, so he's not really trying to blink in and, you know, tornado people up and do some stuff. So he's really just wanting to farm. So we might see him go into a more carry type item. I still don't know what that is. I don't know if it's going to be a Rod of Atos or not. But we'll see soon. Move on to Lina. She does have the Ether Lens fully finished up, so more range, more damage. And we also see Asanji also fully finished up on top of Slark, who is going to be farming in the enemy jungle. So moi, going to feel very good about that. And speaking of feeling very good about that, Vigil Spear might be the only kill here. Smoke Gate getting used by the Dire side. TongFu going to find the Vigil Spear, going to converge immediately. TP support coming in from Lina and crew. Looks like they're not going to be able to find anything else outside of that. And now Slark's on the prowl, Slark's on the hunt. If he finds a lone Juggernaut, he might be able to actually get the kill, but looks like no, they go their separate ways. Come on, you guys are so close. Meanwhile, Barrett gets a pull. He gets a pull on top of Timber Assassin. She's gonna get hit with the Sunstrike, but it looks like it is gonna be a BKB forced out. And now we got the Tornado Stick come out from Lean on top of the Bane, interrupting the ulti. No more channeling for you, and Barrett will be able to continue to fight to live another day. And now Abaddon, his ulti gets procced. Oh no, not what you want to have happen. His ulti does get procced. He's gonna be forced to eat a little bit of damage, and they'll back away. Having Abaddon's ulti on cooldown is actually a big deal. They do need Abaddon to be in there to just be as annoying as possible, throw out Aphotic shields, and maybe even heal somebody every once in a while. So having his ulti down makes it a time that they probably don't want to fight. Slaughter's Blink Dagger is still available, so that means that they can still jump in and they might lose a Slaughter, but if they can get 2 or 3 kills, it'll be definitely worth it. Especially if they can kill somebody like a Slark in the middle of that. Bane ulti was used in the last fight, but he did get saved by the Tornado Stick coming from Lina. Excuse me. So we probably won't see them be as brave as they were before, but 1 BKB charge was used, so overall a hell of a win for Dagon so far. Speaking of a hell of a win, we got speaking of Dagon, we have a data list getting built up by Templar Assassin. So she's gonna have the lesser crit, and she's gonna be doing so much damage with it. Yo. I just felt like it was necessary for me to say yo on that one. Alright. Items haven't progressed much. Abaddon's working on what looks to be a mechanism, so probably going to the Guardian Greaves, but it's taking him so long to get it. Roshan's getting beat up, by the way. Taking so much damage, so much negative armor. Sunstrike from Invoker is going to be able to scout it out and actually do a little bit of damage. If it would have killed, it would have been pretty impressive. But looks like the whole entire rain squad will be here and ready. They're not going to be able to make it in time. Barber's going to blink forward. He's going to officially regret his decision. Nice Force Staff out. Keep himself alive. And this is going to be Alina getting caught up in some very bad stuff. Taking so much damage. Has so much life to live. Looks like the life to live is not going to be there. Has a target above her head. She's running as fast as she possibly can, but Foodie can't really do anything but just continue to run. Looks like Foodie will lose his life. Will be the only person to die, which I think is relatively worthwhile. Maybe if Foodie had a Force Staff, she might have been able to make it out, or maybe if she had a Blink Dagger, she might have been able to make it out. But hey, hindsight is 20/20, which means that hindsight is like right in front of your face, where you can see it after the fact. Alright, we got the rotation coming in. Sorry, never, inside joke. We got the rotation coming in. Looks like they will be playing some 5-man Dota, maybe push straight down mid. I think this is a prime time for them to go ahead and fight. Juggernaut's items are online. Temple Assassin's items are online. Well, Juggernaut's items are online enough. No man's style, so it makes it a little bit sad. But Temple Assassin's doing more than enough damage for everybody. I mean, if she dies, it's going to be a big problem, but she has to get killed twice. Meanwhile, we have Barrow has the Force Staff Lasso Blink Dagger, so he's ready for the combination. Gonna be forced to TP back to his base. If he can get the pull on top of Tempo Assassin, it might be worth it. But I think he should probably alter his targets, maybe even go for Bane. A nice EMP Tornado, the first of EMP Tornadoes coming out from the Invoker so far in this game. Just trying to keep these guys honest. Abaddon being forced down a little bit of mana. Invoker, unfortunately, is sacked a little bit because he doesn't have as many points out of Wex. But looks like Tornado's going to come on top of Timber Assassin. Here comes Slaughter blinking in for the counter initiation. And here comes, there we go. That's the target I want. They go for the Slaughter. Slaughter's going to be the one to actually not die. Unfortunately, okay, there you go. He finally goes down. Meanwhile, fight happens on the backside. Slark's going to be forced to pop his ulti. Vince Spear is losing her life in a few seconds. Timber Assassin doing so much damage. Gets tornadoed up by the Lina, who did drop her ulti on somebody else. So another target. Slaughter was the kill earlier. Now Juggernaut shows up. He's ready. The sword's going. He might drop his ult. It looks like he will. No, he won't. Oh, Slark is a little bit too fast for him to deal with. Able to scurry away just far enough. Meanwhile, Batrider, unfortunately, he wasn't able to catch the Slaughter before the stun came down, so the damage was already done. But I do think he picked the right target. I do think if you can catch a Slaughter before he can actually drop a stun and get the kill on top of him, that's definitely much more worth it than going for the Tempo Assassin who has an Aegis. But yeah. The thought was there. Execution was unfortunately not as in favor of Batrider as you wanted to be. You need to be just a slight bit quicker on those fingers, but you do with what you can. 8th lane's fully finished on Batrider, so he can have further range on top of his lasso, and also further range on top of his other abilities, because why not? Meanwhile, Abaddon, he does have the full mechanism finished. Guardian Greaves are going to be coming up here very soon. I think he needs about 300 more gold. And once he has those up, he will be probably pretty happy. His team will be pretty happy too. Having that extra way to just get rid of disables is also really nice, or slows. So for people who don't know, like me, a little while ago. Oh, actually, no. Oh, he's going for Vlad's. Alright, he's going for Vlad's. Never mind. Relax, guys. He's going for Vlad's. He's going to be going for Vlad's. Just want to take him a little bit to get to. He needs like, what, 600 more gold? Meanwhile, pings come up top. Don't know if this is a smoke gank or what. I think somebody's up here. It's like Slark. Oh, the jukes! This Slark though, no Shadow Blade needed. I'm just slippery as all get out. He's gonna come around the corner, reveal himself. They're gonna feel pretty stupid about it. And Bane. Oh, Bane has a Glimmer Cape. Nice. Bane has a Glimmer Cape. Slaughter has a Blink Dagger, Force Staff available. They're gonna go for it. They want to give it the kill. Batrider is around the corner. Bane's gonna go ahead and drop the Glimmer Cape, and Slark has just dropped the Death Pack. He's gonna be going down. Batrider's coming in. They're coming as fast as they possibly can. It looks like Batrider's not gonna be able to get there fast enough. Slark is just getting popped pretty darn fast. Damage coming up from Tempo Assassin to Slaughter is a little bit too massive. Just look at how much damage Tempo Assassin did. Just like 2 right clicks. That's all it took. That's 1 Meld Strike plus a right click. That's 831 damage. CulBlu did his math right. Heck yeah. Okay. So Batrider's still farming up some items. Needs to be very careful. I don't know if he sees these guys, but it looks like if he does, he will not like what he sees. He's going to opt to walk the other way towards the mid lane. Observer getting placed by the Dire on the high ground, and both teams are kind of posting up. Well, at least TongFu are kind of posting up, getting ready to go for it. They do have Gaga on the front line with the mechanism. Vladimir's offering is almost finished up. It will be finished up in like 300, 400 more gold. Actually, no, 600 more gold. They need 2 recipes. Looks like that will be a full Vlad's. Yes. Full Vlad's. That should be a full Vlad's. No. He needs like 50 more gold, or 150 more gold. I keep forgetting the headdress is like a 200 recipe, or 200 gold recipe. Meanwhile, top tower is taking quite a bit of damage. Tempo Assassin just all by herself. Her fraction charge is all it took. Aegis does get reclaimed, so they do not want to fight right now. They're going to go ahead and back up, reclaim themselves, and make sure Bane is all ready to go for the next fight. Meanwhile, TP coming up top. Slaughter going to go ahead and just defend while he can, because he can. Collective chunk of damage taken out on all the creeps. And both teams are just kind of posting up. So let's go and take a look at the net worth so I can see who's worth the most. And Tempo Assassin by far is worth the most on the map. Holy crap. Invoker is right behind her, but having the Invoker be the carry in this type of game I don't think is necessary, or I don't think it's good. You do need your Slark to have a little bit more. He is working on Elixir B as Sanji Yasha, so we'll be up next. Meanwhile, Invoker does have the Aghanim Scepter plus the Tornado Stick, so he's ready to go for his own type of shenanigans. I think we got a smoke gang coming up here. And it looks like they revealed it. I don't know if they revealed it or not. But the pings are coming through. These guys are kind of all positioned together. Looks like no, they were just preparing for a mid-fight. So they were preparing for a mid-fight. Just in case Abaddon got jumped on, they would be all ready to just go straight in and go for a nice counter initiation. Invincible Spear, what are you working on? She's working on not dying. Good job. Good job. Keep doing that. That's probably mean. Alright, let's take a look at the buyback status. I just want to see who has what as far as buyback. Slark, unfortunately, doesn't have buyback. I don't know if he's going to buy out his next item, or if he's going to save up the gold to make sure he has enough for the Sanjin Yasha and also the buyback. Moving on to the rest of the things. Templar Assassin, she does not have buyback either. Did she just buy something? Yep, she has a full data list. Okay. So full data list is finished up on Templar Assassin. Probably wants to get boosted travels here very soon, so she can make sure she can be in these fights and be involved in everything. Juggernaut has buyback available. He is working on... Not if Vladimir is offering, because Abaddon has that fully finished up, so probably Satanic. And I think we actually saw Satanic last time around when we saw Juggernaut get played by Dunn, so I think he just might prefer that item. Actually, no. We saw Satanic on Gyrokraft. We saw Basher on Juggernaut. That's what it was. Invis run up on Templar Assassin. TPs, I hear him. Barrett are going to go and TP back to base. And it just might be the kill of the century here very soon. No, nothing. Okay. Just some Invoker units coming through. Negative armor, tower damage is all they want. And they're able to get enough damage, so that's going to be equal damage to what they have on the other side. And speaking of the other side, there are almost all the towers, outer towers are gone. TongFu are holding on to their two respective tier 2 towers on the bottom and mid lane. And it's like, oh, there's a kill happening here very soon. There's going to be a nice pull on top of Juggernaut to get pulls all the way into the middle of nowhere. Juggernaut might be forced to TP out of here. It's like, no, the answer's going to be no. And, oh, yeah, sorry, that was Alina getting pulled, or getting caught out. Bane ulti is still available, though. Slaughter looks like he blinked in for that. And Juggernaut, he can blink in too. He has his blink ult. He might be ready to go for a kill. His damage output is not all that impressive, but hey, it's going to be, what, 400 damage per slice, assuming he can get right clicks in there as well. And he is level 18, so he does have level 3 of the ulti. Ah, Blade Dance is only level 2. That makes it sad. So the team will be knocking on the front door of Dagon once again. TongFu, will they get the tower is a big question. You're going to get right click number 1, right click number 2, 3, 4. Batrider blinking in, not catching a good target because his ulti's down. But nice threat. Nice threat. Try and keep these guys honest. And EMP Tornado is coming out. Juggernaut not going to get caught by it. Abaddon getting, I think he got caught by it. No, he didn't get caught by it. He walked away fast enough. And he did not finish on Guardian Greaves, but the Vladimir's offering was his only pickup item. An objective game in TongFu, same, very well poised. Just trying to make sure that they don't get distracted trying to die for kills. They're just trying to get the objectives and maybe get a kill or two here or there, and then back away. Alright, Vincent Spirit gets a swap on top of Juggernaut. Here comes a kill. They're gonna go for the pull, but unfortunately, what? That's so weird. Anyway, Juggernaut's gonna be going down. Or sorry, not gonna be going down. Able to get the ulti off. And now the fight's gonna continue around the corner. They're gonna go for the Raxes. They drop the Bane ulti, but it looks like Slark dark packs it all. Very nicely timed. And now Barrett, he's gonna be the next death. And that's gonna be it. I think Dagon's gonna lose pretty much all their people. Slark's gonna try to come in here for the fight. Abaddon ulti getting used. Slaughter going toe to toe with Slark. Looks like Slark will be able to keep himself alive, taking a nice chunk of damage. Look how much HP he just lost. Has 2k HP, just lost like almost all of it in like 2 right clicks. Templar Assassin just doing such a massive amount of damage. That's gonna be the first set of racks is officially going to be going down. TongFu, they actually still want to fight. Slaughter is gonna blink in here very soon. He actually blinks to the side. He accidentally double clicks it, and they say no, back, bro. But that would have been a very costly mistake if he would have blunked in that direction, and then they would have like went for the fight. That would have been hellish as all get out. Alright, so items are shaping up to be more impressive than ever, because why not? Let's see. Juggernaut has a blink dagger and a Mask of Madness now, so he can get more damage off during the ulti. And oh no, Batrider bro, what are you doing here? Batrider might be getting cut off. He does get hit with a stun, and he will be getting vision on him very soon. Looks like no, he doesn't get vision. Instead, he's going to be able to blink away and force staffs out as fast as he possibly can. Slaughter is only chase. He finds a fire trail, or does he? I think when you're fogged, you don't see the fire. Oh, you do see the fire. And Batrider can blink here in a second. Batrider needs to blink. Oh, looks like he will be able to blink just in time. Invoker Tornadoes just in case. They do not want to be caught out in a very bad spot. And TongFu, like I said, they do still have the gold graph. I mean, that's... Jeez, once again, 10k gold in their favor. These guys are just the pros that continue to make sure they have the advantage. XP showing is heavily in their favor as well. Items, we've already taken a look at that. It's going to be a late game Silver Edge coming out for Slark, so that's going to be a nice item choice for him. I do not know if it's going to be all that beneficial versus Templar Assassin. Actually, no, it's not going to be all that beneficial versus Templar Assassin because she'll still be able to get her damage off. But at the very least, Slaughter might be able to get, or Slark might be able to get himself a few pickoffs because of it. And where's Slark? Where's Slark? Doesn't matter. Batrider dies. Finally dies mid. And Slark Silver Edge is going to be online. Look at it. Isn't it beautiful? So many stats. Just the stats master. Basically Bruno. Basically Bruno. And the push coming down mid. TongFu pushing down straight mid. Agonisceptor's fully finished up on Lena. I think Bane just picked up something pretty. Might have been a Blink Dagger. I don't really know. And middle tower going to be going down without much of a hinge. Just dying so fast. Melting right before their own eyes. The negative armor coming out from this Templar Assassin is pretty massive. And she also has herself a Moonshard too. Speaking of which, a Moonshard, we got Bane getting caught with the nice little tornado. Beautiful cancel on top of that. Now Slark's going to come into the middle of this fight. He's going to be forced back all the way away. Slaughter with the stun. It looks like the damage is not going to be there. Juggernaut doing so much work on top of Lena's face. She's going to be going down. And now it looks like the team will continue to fight. Abaddon ulti getting used. They're going to continue with the fight. Slaughter trying to go for the 4-4. Misses the stun completely. The latch not going to latch because Slaughter did pop the BKB. Manstyle coming out from Slark. And he's going to continue to run away. Meanwhile, we're getting Invincible Spirit taking so much damage. She gets blown up. And the fight's going to continue. This is going to be a Slark forced to run away. He gets the invis and he gets it off. And so they're going to go for the Bane, and Bane might be losing his life very soon. Slaughter, oh no, the stun's coming in, and there's a Slark going down. Slaughter doing a little bit too much work for him. Now Barrett gets the pull. Top Timber Assassin just do some fountain farming. There's the Aegis first popped out. And I think they have the damage necessary to stop her from blinking out. Yes, they do. And it looks like she will be losing her life here in a few seconds. Buys herself a Ghost Scepter very fast. And trying to run away. Not going to be able to get out of there. Dies. A few costly kills, but I think the advantage is heavily in favor of TongFu. 2 racks is down for 2 racks is down on the side of Dagon, and Invoker's trying to go for a follow-up kill. And Tornado's not traveling fast enough, not traveling far enough either. And now Slaughter actually blinks around, turns around, goes for a turnaround kill. Invoker really wishes he had his invis invoked, but it doesn't really matter. Gonna be going down here in a few seconds. Actually blinks out. No, he will not be able to blink out. Juggernaut's damage is a little bit too consistent. Brain Stab gonna be the thing to finish him off. Meanwhile, Barrett again put into the Nightmare, gets hit with the stun too. Tornado coming out from the Slaughter, not able to time it well enough from Lena, but Lena just getting the right clicks off, and there goes the damage. She gets a kill on top of the Slaughter because hey, why not? And they're going to continue to go for the kills. Juggernaut might be the next to die, but hey, meanwhile, the middle towers are taking some damage. But let's not talk about that right now. Let's talk about these kills down here, though. Okay, now let's talk about them. Middle towers about to take damage. Useless buildings are taking enough damage to siege creep. Cardi going in. Look at Cardi. Look at Cardi go. Look at him. Do that damage, Cardi. And come on, one more. Oh, never mind. But 2 racks is down for Dagon means that TongFu do have the overall map control advantage, as if they didn't have it already. Goldgraph going heavily in their favor, even though they have lost 2. I think they lost 3 heroes. They lost the Slaughter and the Templar Assassin, and they they only lost 2, which is the right here. Oh, it's not moving. Lost the Templar Assassin. They also lost the Slaughter. Slark killed the Slaughter. So those are 2 massive kills for him. I think Templar Assassin did have a killing spree. So let's see if that was true. Slaughter had a killing spree, surprising. Wow, impressive. And Bane just got killed for a while. And yes, Templar Assassin did have a killing spree. So 1k gold going towards the way of Bat Rider. So I wonder what impressive items he got. Looks like up, too many buttons. There we go. What? There's still cheese in the what? Why is there still cheese in the roast pit? Who does that? Is that it? No, Sonic Chop. Okay. So somebody just casually left the cheese in the roast pit. Okay. I guess they didn't have slots for it. But cheese does get picked up by a Juggernaut. Just kind of forgot about it. Speaking of things to forget about, let's not forget that the Echo Shell is going to be coming up here very soon on Bat Rider. I think he has it once he gets the recipe, which I don't know how much it costs. Meanwhile, does Slaughter have a No. Okay, I thought, yeah, he does. Slaughter has a Shadow Blade. Nice. Nice late game Shadow Blade. He's going to be able to find himself a pickup from the Invincible Spirit. She can actually swap in somebody, but looks like it's not going to be worth it. She's going to lose her life immediately. Glimmer Cape, Shadow Blades, and a lot of shenanigans going on right now. I've actually talked to, or heard somebody speak on the fact that a Shadow Blade late game is actually a really good idea. So we're at the stage in the game where pretty much Dagon on the back foot. They can't really do anything about it. Slaughter can just walk in here with the Shadow Blade and just casually walk in and drop a stun. He did get scouted out by the Sentry Ward, but hey, who really cares? He still has a Shadow Blade. And Bat Rider going to go ahead and come forward. It looks like, oh no, Slaughter misses his stun. They do get the pull immediately on top of the Templar Assassin. She will be getting pulled in. Nobody's dropping any abilities on top of the Bat Rider though. Looks like Juggernaut will be dropping his ult, trying to get a little bit more damage. Does officially get himself a kill on top of nobody. BKB charge was popped for that though. Meanwhile, Slark is trying to do what damage he can. He might be getting caught out here in a few seconds. Looks like he can turn around and go for the fight. Looks like the answer is no. The game is paused. They got a DC coming up from Slaughter. Oh no. That timing though. Tactical pause is tactical. Please nerf Valvo. Wow. Okay. So let's take a quick second to take a look at the battlefield. Now that I can think about it. Batrider has an Echo Shell available, so he might be able to drop it on top of an Invoker, who's probably going to get focused down pretty hard. Lina ulti was already used. She has Aghanim Scepter, so it's going to be coming up here very soon. Silver Edge can come out from Slark. Looks like they already picked up their battle plans. They're going to go ahead and initiate them. Slark's going to go ahead and come forward and misses everything. They're going to try to go for the kill. Abaddon ulti is popped. Guardian Greaves are available here very soon. Slark is taking quite a bit of damage. Drops out the Silver Edge, but it doesn't really matter. It takes so much damage from Templar Assassin. Sentry Wars are available, or some type of vision. Meanwhile, we got a kill coming on top of whoever that was. Slaughter, he does officially lose his life, and now Templar Assassin is going to get pushed back and put down and killed and murked and smacked all over the place. She will officially be losing life, but I think she has Aegis. No, she doesn't. Right. She does not have Aegis. Juggernaut has a cheese. He already used it. And now Abaddon will be the last one to die. It looks like they hold once again. They're losing so many resources in these fights, but TongFu still have the advantage because they just have the advantage. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, Bane trying to Glimmer Cape, but he gets tornadoed up too fast, and it looks like they will be able to get themselves a last follow-up kill on top of this Bane. Trying to make sure the Bane doesn't go anywhere, so Invoker goes invis. And a push straight down mid is what they need to do, but look at this creep wave though. Somebody needs to come back and defend this. I think Lina needs to be the person. Yes, she will be the person. She has a better AoE of all the people. Slark needs to be involved in this next fight too, so he will be up here in 24 seconds. Sunstrike coming out from Invoker, just trying to scout out the Roach Pit. Sees absolutely nothing for absolutely no time. And now the middle tower is going to get pushed. Immediate push coming out from Dagon. They need to get as many Raxes as possible. If they can push straight down the middle and get Raxes, that'll be great. If they can push down straight down the middle and maybe only get a tower and then get the bottom tower, then that'll be a really good position for them overall. They're still pretty behind on this gold graph, but they are fighting back for it. They're staying as scrappy as they possibly can be, and their items are getting better. You have the Octarine Core finish up on Invoker, so he has a lot more sustain, and his spells do a lot more damage, and they're on the lower cooldowns, which is really nice. Moving on to the Batrider, he did pick up the Lotus Orb, so the Echo Shell will be really useful in these fights if he can use it on the right person. It's going to be a little bit odd, because really the only person it's going to work against is Juggernaut to a certain extent, and Bane. Slaughter, his abilities are AoE. I guess you can get the negative armor on somebody on Slaughter, but I mean, it's not all that useful. Not as useful as it sounds. Reflecting that. And Abaddon, you can reflect his Mistcoil, so sure, you can take damage and do damage to yourself. So that's a good idea. But for the most part, the Echo Shell is going to be really nice to have in these fights because of the Bane ult. If they can get on Slaughter, or sorry, if they can get on Slark before Bane drops his ult, then they can just channel the ult on Bane, or at least waste his time on that. Octarine Core, already talked about that. Lower cooldowns, nice spell still coming out from Invoker. Make sure he can stay alive in these fights. And the Moonshard is fully finished up for Juggernaut, so I'm not sure if he's going to consume that anytime soon, but it's going to be really nice for him to have overall. Extra attack speed, so he can actually get some more right clicks off in his ult. And Templar Assassin, she hasn't changed much since last time we saw her. This is where we start to see a stage where Templar Assassin just kind of scales off and doesn't really do much. Not saying she's still not saying she's a bad hero or anything, but she's not going to do much after she has her Deso Blink Dagger dataless. I mean, I guess you can get boots of travel, that's really about it. Speaking of boots, Guardian's Greaves fully got finished up by Abaddon. We talked about that a little while ago, but it has been very useful in these fights. I think it has kept the fights closer for TongFu than you think because of the extra heal, because of the extra mana, especially after Invoker drops himself the EMP Tornado, or Tornado EMP. Meanwhile, the Rose Charmer is going to fully pop up. The Dire are on it. They're going to check it immediately. No Roshan for another, was this like 20 seconds? 20-ish seconds? And both sides, oh no, Batrider, he might find himself a pick off, not what you want. You do not want that target. That is not your target. Yeah, you back away. Alright, Abaddon would have been a very, very, very bad person to initiate on. Now, one good question to ask is, will Abaddon get himself an Aghanim Scepter? I always like seeing Aghanim Scepter and Abaddon's. It's not absolutely necessary, but it's really nice to have because it just reduces the incoming damage on everybody by quite a bit. And by the time people pop your ulti, or by the time you manually pop your ulti, because people usually just don't focus you in these team fights because you're Abaddon, you can just walk in, say, oh no, Templar Assassin's taking a lot of damage. Let me go ahead and just drop my ult and make sure she stays alive. That just might be the difference between her dying and her staying alive. Speaking of her dying and her staying alive, Slark! Oh no, gets picked off. Slark in a very bad spot. Going to be losing his life completely. They're pushing, they're drawing on the minimap. They're saying, bro, go, go, go. We need to push it to the base now, immediately. Slark does not have buyback. He's 300 gold off of it. A very, very, very painful state to be in. He will not be able to help his team. So hopefully Invoker can get the Tornado of the Century, because otherwise these guys are going to be losing this game. 2 Raxes down. They only have 2 Raxes, or they only have 1 set of Raxes left. TongFu are going to immediately push down mid and also try to push towards the place. And it looks like Slaughter. He says, hey, they have vision. They have vision. Sentry Ward does get placed to counter Sentry Ward. And Invoker trying to invoke EMP Tornado, has it invoked. And will he be able to land is a big question. Drops the EMP, trying to force him back. And Tornado left for initiation, so very good idea. And Barrett looking like he's going to get the last one on top of Juggernaut. Not going to be able to pull. What the heck is going on? I don't understand why he keeps breaking. Looks like, I guess a 4-step pulls him too far away. I don't really... Oh, no, Aphotic, right. Aphotic shield. I was trying to figure out what the heck was going on. Anyway, Aphotic shield cancel a lot of things. Doesn't really matter. People getting blown up. And Boke are immediately blown up. And looks like Barrett does immediately get blown up too. Vincent's going to be the last one to die. Barrett calling the GG. And that'll be all she wrote. The Ancient explodes. Everybody's happy. Good game. Well played from both sides. TongFu put on a very impressive showing. I talked about this earlier in the game, but I'll talk about it again because I thought it was very impressive. The fact that they were down on the kills by like, what, 6 or 7 kills? And they still had like a 1k gold advantage. And they only taken, what, the towers, actually, no, the towers are even. So that's pretty impressive overall. So GG, well played to both teams. My name is CulBlu, to watch you guys this game in the JDL, the second game in this series. I hope you guys enjoyed it overall. And I'm actually looking more forward to casting some more stuff. So if you guys want to check out more of my stuff, you can check my YouTube, which is youtube.com/CulBluDota. That's CulBluDota. That's where I post all my VODs. That's where I post everything like that. You can also check me out on my Twitch when I live stream, which is twitch.tv/CulBlu. That's CulBlu. I am scheduling myself to live stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I am susceptible to live streaming other days, depending on how I feel. So that's it for me for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and as always, I will see you guys whenever.